As Trump nominates his favorite for the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, a constitutional originalist, as you would have the Constitution when slavery was legal, a Roman Catholic fundamentalist, as you can imagine what that entails of in regards to social rights and religious supremacy. Abortion rights are now on the precipice of the debate right now in regards to Roe versus Wade, in regards to abortion clinics all around the country. And yeah, a lot of people are concerned. A lot of people are happy, unfortunately, because, I mean, fetuses are stupid. But let's go ahead and talk about it. And let's go ahead and address the philosophical arguments first, because, I mean, pro-lifers don't really care about sentience or anything scientific, actually. So let's talk about autonomy. It, in fact, does not apply to beings who require the resources of other non-consenting individuals. Your autonomy comes from your ability to live independently. That's what we call freedom. Your but we would then move the bar to say, oh, but abortion is a particularly special case because it has the special relationship between the mother and her baby. All right, let's talk about that inherently special relationship between offspring and the dozens of animal species that eat their own children. Why don't we ask the mothers who have drowned their own kids in the bathtub if they thought that their relationship was inherently special. And now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the choice argument. Okay, let's say that you made the choice to make a really stupid decision. Whether I want to credit the YouTuber Vosh for this argument. This is where I got it from. He may have got it from someone else. To say that you were a drunk driver, or some other situation. You hit someone, you cause them to lose an organ, maybe. You have a spare kidney, a matching donor, and so they kidnap you. And and you're on an IV drip, and their life requires your resources. Even though it was your fault, you still have the right to pull the plug. Oh, and that person that you hit could be your kid. It could be your grown adult kid. And regardless of that special relationship, I mean, they can. Let's say maybe based on this, you could make the argument that someone could still go to jail on the basis that someone died at your hand, or you killed them by pulling the plug. But you could only do it on that basis. You couldn't do it on the basis that they were protecting their right to their bodily resources. So that's pretty much where that ends there. And now we get to the now let's go ahead and address the sentience argument anyway. I mean, if your only goal is to save life, then pro-life people should have absolutely no issue with a welfare state. Because after all, I mean, your tax dollars are sacrificing the right to your autonomy in regards to your money and your taxes could be considered a necessary evil for a better world. I mean, you tax the rich, yeah, you tax one billionaire, and 1,000 poor people have health care and food and food stamps. It's the world is overall a less stressful and less insufferable place to live in because of that. But you really don't value life over everything, because you would support a welfare state in that case. You were just obsessed with the aesthetics and glorious, sanctimonious shit around conception, birth, the circle of life, and the nuclear family. That's it. How many kids have you adopted, for one? and yeah. And not to mention, abortions happen way less in pro-choice countries. Where because of contraception, for one, obviously. It's. Do you want to reduce the number of deaths? Do you care more about saving children or saving your tax dollars? Because tax dollars could provide contraception to everyone to eliminate the number of abortions. So by not making that sacrifice, you actually show that you care more about your autonomy in regards to tax dollars than you do about the life of those fetuses. So, yeah, that's where your argument falls flat. So, and yeah, you also have no right to censor people. I mean, you have no right to like watch people with a hawk eye. So, sorry, censoring. That's kind of fun with social media and everything, but it's kind of a different issue. But abortions happen more in pro-life countries because they are not given anything to fall back on. No support. All these fake abortion clinics that pose as clinics to, but then just draw you in and give you a bunch of religious guilt. Yeah, there's no planning after that. There's no help afterwards. There's nothing financial. Yeah, it's all a big guilt trip, and yeah, it's all about your personal responsibility and bootstraps after that. So if you want to reduce the number of abortions, you have to offer safety nets for struggling mothers. And yeah, that's I'm sure there's more reasons why you're stupid, but that just about sums it up.